Hello again and welcome to another Warhammer 40k Imperial Guard Tactics video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be addressing the age-old debate that has plagued Imperial Guard commanders for literally decades, which is the heavy bolter or the autocannon. Which one do you use in your infantry squads? Now, in the past, the autocannon has tended to have the bigger popularity. It's always been considered better than the heavy bolter, but if you remember when I was doing my 7th edition basic tactics videos talking about different heavy weapons, I said that you can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned heavy bolter, and I encouraged many of you to go and try it. Well, 8th edition has rolled around and it has significantly improved the heavy bolter, and I must say the debate now really is a lot less clear. A lot less clear indeed. So today we're going to take a look at the heavy bolter and the autocannon, and then we're going to look at how I would use it in an infantry squad, what role I would use it for. Okay? So, the heavy bolter is 8 points. Got a 2-point price decrease, which is nice. It is still range 36 inches. It's still strength 5. And now it's AP -1, and it has 3 shots. The autocannon, on the other hand, has gone up by 5 points. It is now 15 points. But it has a 48-inch range, so you're paying for that superior range. It's strength 7, so you're paying for that superior +2 strength. And it's AP -1, the same as heavy bolter. However, it does a flat 2 damage, where the heavy bolter only does 1 damage. But the autocannon only has 2 shots. So the basic premise is, the basic dilemma that faces Imperial Guard commanders is, do you want multiple crappy shots from the heavy bolter, or do you want slightly less but heavier hitting, more damage dealing shots from the autocannon? But you are going to be paying a lot more for the autocannon, almost double the price of a heavy bolter. Now, I think that a lot of people will be saying straight away, and I myself at the beginning of 8th edition was just saying heavy bolters all the way. Don't give a shit. Heavy bolters till the day I die. And after playing a bit of 8th edition, I have come to the conclusion that there is no right or wrong answer now. It just whether you pick the heavy bolter for your infantry squad or you pick the autocannon. Honestly, I think it comes down to how you want to equip your squad, or how you do equip your squad. Now, I will say now that I actually think the autocannon, at first I thought the autocannon was not appropriately priced. Now I would say it's not too overpriced. I think maybe if it was 12 points, that would be slightly better, but I'm okay with it being 15. I know 3-point reduction doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're taking a lot of them, it can add up. So, basically, what it comes down to is how you load out your infantry squads. I think a really good, and my go-to for the beginning of 8th edition loadout for the infantry squad has been the heavy bolter, plasma gun, plasma pistol squad. This is 60 points, 8 points the heavy bolter, 7 points the plasma gun, 5 points the plasma pistol. It's 60 points, and its general job is to move up the field, because you've got multiple shots on that heavy bolter. Move up the field, get nice and close to the enemy, get within plasma pistol range, get within rapid fire plasma range, and generally that's an aggressive squad. And its job is to be aggressive and to get in amongst your opponent's lines, start tearing him up. And I think it has a good job. I also think it can pretty much take on... It's a take-all-comer squad. The plasma, with the potential overcharge, has the ability to do a lot of damage to a wide variety of targets. However, the squad is kind of reliant upon characters you're kind of reliant upon a commissar because you're going to be on the offensive, so you're probably going to be taking casualties, and you need the commissar to keep the guys in line. So the squad is reliant upon having a commissar. It's also heavily reliant upon orders. You need your take aim order. If you're going to be overcharging your plasma, you need to be able to reroll ones. You're going to be relying on take aim. So it is a good unit, but it does have some crutches that it has to lean on. However, the autocannon squad, which I'm going to cover now, I think is a lot more independent and still has a very vital role to play. So how I would load my autocannon squads out is the classic autocannon grenade launcher. I wouldn't give it anything else, just the autocannon grenade launcher. The reason for this is this squad is going to be a defensive squad. You're going to take 2 of these, maybe 3, and you're going to sit them on an objective or some backfield areas where you just need to hold that bit of territory. Maybe you've got a ruin with one of the objectives in, but you don't want to overly commit to defending it. 2 or 3 of these basic squads will do. Now again, this squad comes to 60 points. And my rule of thumb, guys, for 8th edition is, on a take all comers infantry squad, I don't really like to spend more than 60 points. That's why I like the heavy bolter plasma squad and why I like the autocannon grenade launcher squad. Now the reason why, some of you will be saying, why are you not taking a plasma gun over the grenade launcher? Why are you not doing that? It's 2 points more. The grenade launcher is only 5 points, the plasma is only 7 points. It's very true, but you'll see why in a second. So this squad is 60 points. It's going to objective. It's a defensive squad. You're going to take advantage of the 48-inch range of the autocannon and the 24-inch range of the grenade launcher. Now, some of you are saying, but again, plasma gun, 24-inch range. Aha, yes. But the plasma gun, in my eyes, is not really a weapon you want to be keeping at 24-inch range. The plasma gun is a weapon you want to be getting up close and rapid firing. So the plasma gun is, I know it sounds a bit weird, probably maybe flawed logic, but the plasma gun really is a 12-inch range weapon because you're not getting the most out of it if you're sat there at, long range popping with it. You want to be up close, plasma pistol, plasma gun. That's the range you want to be in. This squad is not beholden to that. This squad is effective at 12-inch range and it's effective at 24-inch range. The grenade launcher, it doesn't care. The advantage of the grenade launcher, which I should say the stats are 24-inch range, strength 6, AP -1, D3 damage, is the D3 damage and the strength 6. Basically, the strength 6 and the strength 7, they're pretty much identical for to wound purposes. I mean, strength 7 doesn't wound. Strength 7 wounds toughness 3 models on 2s and toughness 4 models on 3s. The grenade launcher is exactly the same thing. The only difference is if you're shooting toughness 6, and honestly, there aren't a lot of toughness 6 units out there. But the advantage the grenade launcher has is the fact that it does D3 wounds, which means on average, it's always going to do 2 wounds, and sometimes it'll do 3 wounds. And it can do this without needing to be babysat by orders or by like a commissar. Because basically, this squad's going to be at the back on the objective, slinging long range fire out, doing multiple wound damage, and the opponent, and it's going to be in cover, and the opponent's return fire is also going to be at long range, so it's going to be fairly weak, and you're in cover, so you're going to be able to absorb it. So you're going to be taking less casualties because you won't be charging out across open ground. So you don't really need a commissar to babysit the unit, and you don't need an officer to babysit the unit to reroll ones because you're not overcharging your squad. You're not overcharging. There's no it's always doing multiple wounds, and that's actually multiple wounds is something that shouldn't be underestimated. I've used autocannons now, and I've seen other people use autocannons, and it's going to sound weird. It doesn't seem, 2 damage doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're there and you shoot a grenade launcher at an autocannon squad, a Rhino, or Razorback, sorry, and you do 4 wounds to it because you did 2 wounds with the autocannon and you managed to get 2 wounds with the grenade launcher. Suddenly it's like, holy shit, if that had been heavy bolter, plasma gun, I would have only done 2 wounds, which isn't a big deal, but 4 wounds from 1 infantry squad, that is a big deal. So that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. I think the age-old debate of autocannon grenade launcher has actually come to an end. I think the heavy bolter plasma gun squad should be used as an aggressive moving forward unit, and the classic grenade launcher autocannon squad should be used to defend objectives. So guys, tell me what experience you've had. Do you think the autocannon is overpriced? Do you think it shouldn't be as much as we're paying for it? Am I nuts? Is the grenade launcher a waste of time? Or do you agree with me? I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. So please leave some comments, tell me what you think, and as always, thank you for watching.